Main event time. Kenzo Suzuki from World Japan coming in all the way from the Far East to face the Modern Miracle, Steve Madison, with my usual broadcast partner, Ronnie. I wouldn't be surprised if Ron Steele tries to find himself his way into the booth and try to take my job, but Steve Madison very poised and ready to take on the World Japan superstar Kenzo Suzuki. Steve Madison been training very hard for this match since his defeat at the hands of Kenzo Suzuki March 11th at the Kurikan Hall in Japan. Kenzo Suzuki coming out victorious. Let's take it to Eddie Edwards for the introductions. Looks like we're going to get another trademark promo from Narnimi. Oh, take it easy, Ronnie. Don't get yourself into a situation you can't get out of. Strong words from Ron Nemi, guaranteeing a victory for his boy Steve Madison. But look at the size difference. Steve Madison outsized, perhaps unmatched. That remains to be seen. But Steve Madison has his hands full and his plate full here against World Japan's Kenzo Suzuki. Look at the size on this guy. Former rugby player, the New Japan Dojo recruited this guy in April of 1999 from a British professional rugby league. Brought him into the New Japan Dojo, one of the biggest, one of the most well-respected training grounds, one of the toughest training grounds of all Japan, and turned him into this monster. Kenzo Suzuki came up through the ranks of New Japan and then followed his mentor Riki Koshu to World Japan, and now he finds himself in the confines of the Florida WrestlePlex. Look at the size, look at the power on this guy, and look at those tights. Suzuki, I hate to make fun of the guy. The guy is just absolutely huge. Steve Madison looks very poised here against Kenzo Suzuki, trying to get something going here against the monster. Steve Madison circling. What do you do with a guy? And look at Kenzo Suzuki spitting his gum out to one of the few disrespectful fans here at the Florida WrestlePlex. All 250 of them. They all respect this guy Suzuki, except for the few drunk fans over in the corner. Suzuki, look at him just brushing that shooting from the Modern Miracle. Does Kenzo Suzuki. Madison's got to figure out something against this guy. Suzuki brings him into a headlock. Madison finds a way out, whips him off to the rope. Big shoulder block there on Steve Madison. Steve Madison isn't used to being muscled around by guys like this. Kenzo Suzuki, just definitely one of the biggest superstars today in the independent wrestling world, and just muscling Steve Madison around. Steve Madison has got to be demoralized at this point. has to figure out a new way to get the, misses a lariat, comes in, nice backdrop suplex there for the Modern Miracle, Steve Madison. Fans, you're going to see action like this July 19th, Collateral Damage, here at the Florida WrestlePlex. You can check out IPW-hardcore.com for your ticket information, or call 526-6778. We're going to have the matches like the Shanes are coming back from World Japan with those IPW World titles to defend them against the NWA Tag Team Champions, the Vandals, in a unification match. The Shanes want to get those titles back that they felt were robbed from them at the Expo Center. Kenzo Suzuki trying to figure a way to get at this Steve Madison. Madison showing some quickness, ducking that lariat and be able to score that backdrop suplex very early on. Suzuki might be a little surprised here. Steve Madison has definitely evolved his style since he's been to Japan. Suzuki taunting him with this, come on brother, bring it on. And Steve Madison, gets leveled with a chop. Steve Madison returns with a big shot, and Suzuki with another huge one. Madison retaliates. Another, that one hurt, that one stung the Modern Miracle, Steve Madison. He's down, and Suzuki takes on the offense. Suzuki whips him into the corner. Madison hits hard, misses with the back elbow. Going for the crippler crossface. He's got him down. He's got it locked in very early on. Suzuki's in trouble. Gotta find a way, and he gets to the ropes. Richie Rich called for the break. He breaks clean. Madison bringing up Kenzo Suzuki, finally finding a breakthrough against this guy. Maybe gonna try to wear him down on the mat, then go for the bigger moves. Resist that lariat, coming in with the abdominal stretch. Suzuki trying to find a way out of there. Steve Madison wrenching in that Cobra twist. Putting the elbow into the side, but Suzuki just shrugs him off with a big hip toss. Comes in with a knee drop. Steve Madison moves out of the way. It goes right back to the crippler crossface. Suzuki's in trouble. Neck being wrenched back. Shoulder being destroyed. Suzuki's got to find a way to the ropes before this takes effect on him and wears him down. Steve Madison torquing back for everything that he's got. Suzuki gets to the ropes. Madison bringing up Kenzo Suzuki, trying to figure out more ways to wear this guy down. A punch right to the top of the head on this guy. I'm not sure how that's going to affect him. Whips him in, sends him in for the ride. Reversal. The power on Suzuki takes over in this match. And Madison sent head over heels into the corner. Suzuki stalking Steve Madison from the other side of the ring. Comes in, misses the big jumping knee. Steve Madison able to avoid it. Has done this tape study on this guy. Comes off the second rope with that elbow drop, taking the advantage, but a kick out at one for Kenzo Suzuki. And going right back to the crippler crossface. He's got it locked in. Kenzo Suzuki doesn't know where he's at. If he could just put his foot out, it would be on the rope and he'd be able to lock this hold and he'd be out of all sorts of trouble. But Suzuki definitely worn down already. Very good game plan here for Steve Madison to wear him down with this hold. And Suzuki breaks it by getting his foot on the rope. Richie Rich trying to get Steve Madison off. Madison brings him up. And Suzuki shrugs him off with a wicked chop to the chest, taking the life and the air out of Steve Madison, turning the table so fast to Suzuki. And slapping him right across the forehead. Madison coming up, sent in for the ride. Huge back body drop. Look at, sends a ripple effect like a bomb on the WrestlePlex ring. Steve Madison arching up, feeling the pain on that lower back area. Coming in for the big knee and hits it right to the face of Steve Madison. Suzuki well in control of this match early on against Steve Madison. Showing the power difference here. Starting to wear down at Steve Madison. Madison's got to find a way to maneuver around this guy, come up with new ways to get himself back on the offense no matter what it takes. Powerful scoop slam there by Kenzo Suzuki. The heat in here definitely going to play a factor later on, and the fatigue of both these men. Suzuki used to the cool, air-conditioned confines of places like Korean Hall. Wicked chop, taking the life out of Steve Madison. Definitely going to play a factor with the heat and the humidity here in the Plex. going to work on the chest of Steve Madison. Oh, and another wicked slap to the face, taught to him by the Dragon, Tatsumi Fujinami. Suzuki looking very confident here against Steve Madison. He's got to keep his head in this game. He's got to wear down Steve Madison, keep on him. Steve Madison very resilient in these situations. He's used to being outside, and he knows how to get around those situations. Coming in for the cover, Steve Madison able to get the shoulder up. Suzuki should hook the leg in that situation. Make Steve Madison use all of his energy, all of his life force to get out of that hold. And look at him, the former WrestlePlex fan getting behind Steve Madison, allowing him to take control on Suzuki, chopping away at the big oak tree, as Ron Nemi put it, with those shoulder blocks to the midsection. And more chops, but Suzuki just powers them in. Oh, and takes over with a wicked chop. Madison feeling the effects of those chops, starting to take its toll. This is where Suzuki is at its best. When he's got his guy prone, he's used to taking it to the young lions at the World Japan Dojo, at the New Japan Dojo, and just taking apart these guys. But Steve Madison is no young lion anymore. He's definitely gone beyond that, but he's definitely found himself in quite a bit of trouble here against Kenzo Suzuki. Suzuki brings him up for a suplex. Got him up, no problem at all, drops him. Look at the force on that. Great technique by Kenzo Suzuki, and stomping him. Steve Madison is in trouble. Suzuki setting him up. Maybe going for the Hakaguri that he finished him off with. Oh, but Steve Madison catches him. Brilliant use of maneuvers there for Steve Madison with that kneecap drop kick. Boring, and then going right back to the crippler crossface. Wrenching away. Suzuki in a lot of trouble, but he gets to the ropes. Suzuki's so tall that in the smaller rings of the Florida WrestlePlex, he can get to the ropes a lot easier, which is going to make it a lot of trouble for Steve Madison. Nice German suplex for Steve Madison. Actually able to power up a guy like Suzuki without too much of a problem. Now using his side to an advantage as he goes into the second rope. Hits a nice tornado DDT. Got him for the cover. Rolling him over. Going for the crippler crossface. Got it hooked in. Pulling him up on the neck. Steve Madison. The fans getting behind Steve Madison, telling Kenzo Suzuki he would be well advised to tap out here. Tearing away the shoulder and the neck of Kenzo Suzuki. Suzuki was able to maneuver himself to the ropes and break the hold. Steve Madison doesn't want to let go, and I can't blame him. Madison's got to figure out a new way to get himself back into that hold. Maybe get it more into the center of the ring. If he can do that, Suzuki might be able to tap out there. Coming in for a lariat. Kenzo Suzuki doesn't even budge. Coming in for another one. Now starting to wear down the big man. The first signs of real fatigue. Oh, and a spear. Kenzo Suzuki has it going here against Steve Madison. Suzuki bringing him up. Sends him in for the ride. Nice flapjack there for Kenzo Suzuki. Suzuki stalking Steve Madison all match, figuring out what to do with this guy. Now he's going to try to put him away with a backdrop driver. Oh, onto the shoulders and the upper back of Steve Madison. 1, 2, Madison kicks out. Suzuki sizing him up. Maybe going for the Hakaguri that he finished him off with before. Winded up. Nemi looks worried. He's got him set up. Booyah! There it is. Hakaguri. That's got to be it. 1, 2, 3. Kenzo Suzuki defeats Steve Madison once again. Your winner, Kenzo Suzuki. Fans, this was a great week here on IPW television. We'll be back next week with more action. Fans, we'll see you.